What's up, guys? Welcome to the first devlog for Win the Unknown, a sci-fi action-adventure shooter I'm developing in Unity. So briefly, just to get this out of the way, anybody who's seen my other devlogs may be wondering why I decided to start a new game. And it really just comes down to a couple reasons. One being I really like the style of cel-shaded or toon-shaded. And I also wanted to use URP. Two, my first project was my test and learning project, so you could really tell when you looked at the code or the objects and framework and design I used. And it was really starting to not scale very well and be difficult to work with, and just kind of becoming a very unorganized. And also, this is the game I want to make right now. So back to Win the Unknown. The premise of the story here is you play a controversial space ranger working for the Coalition of Space Law Enforcement, for lack of a better term right now, whose primary function is to police and protect the universe. And really they just investigate and police other races or worlds from potentially endangering other planets or galaxies. And the ranger you play is a controversial one. So the story is on the edges of space. Goldilocks planets, or life-inhabiting planets that haven't achieved space travel, are starting to disappear. And it is a long journey out there. So your ranger is tasked to travel and investigate these disappearances of planets. So this will give me the ability to make each planet very unique and differ greatly from one to another, as well as the hostiles on the planet will differ greatly with their level of technology. And my goal is to have one unique hostile race or enemy on each planet, along with a common themed advanced race that will be on each planet that is tied to the main story. And some of these hostiles may be creatures, some may be higher intelligence that just haven't reached space travel. So it'll be a unique planet to planet. You might be getting shot, you might be getting shot with bow and arrows, you might get rocks thrown at you. Also on each planet, tied to the main story, there will be a main dungeon. So the main activity will be gain entry into this dungeon. And they will be repeatable for farming if you want. And then on the main surface of the planets will be the side quest predominantly. The gameplay I'm going for is a medium-paced action, similar to like a Breath of the Wild combat speed. Primarily ranged weapons. I still haven't decided if I want to introduce melee weapons or not, but it definitely is a possibility. I will also be adding an action key. I haven't done that yet, but will trigger skills like turrets or shields, or maybe grenades will be tied to it as well, things like that. As far as loot, I'm going to have random rolled weapons, armor, and perks drop. So weapons will roll with a random rarity and stat roll on them. The weapon types will have a set base of stats that can either roll up or down from there. And then they also will not drop with a perk. Perks will drop, which will be things like a lightning strike or maybe spawn a health orb, stuff like that. If you've noticed, the crystals in the background will be harvestable and convertible to a currency. In that currency, you'll be able to buy loot. And also the ship will probably have some upgrades. Things like storage, a health regen system will likely be upgradable. And I have a lot of modeling and world building to do. Right now I'm working a lot on AI and AI for the tank to drive around. I recently started messing with the wheel colliders, got them working. Anybody who's used those know they're really fun. And also started using nav mesh finally successfully. I'm also implemented a very simple save and load that I'll have to expand upon, as well as a questing system that I'll need to expand on as well. And really, I didn't want to make this video too long. So with that, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want, and hopefully I'll see you in the next devlog. Thanks.